Today we're going to talk about the EU AI Act's risk categorizations. Now, you may have heard about the European Union's new legislation on the use of artificial intelligence and be concerned about how it applies to your business. And in this video, I'll talk through exactly that. So, if you have any familiarity with the EU AI Act, you probably know that there are three risk categorizations. There are prohibited use cases, things like social credit scoring systems, real-time biometric identification systems in public like facial recognition, or systems that are intentionally deceitful. You may also have heard about high-risk systems, which includes anything that is a safety component that is involved in job selection or vocational training acceptance programs. And then you may have heard about things that are not high risk. That's anything that doesn't fit into these two categories. People have talked about limited risk. The EU AI Act doesn't specifically use that terminology, so I'll just say not high risk. So this is pretty straightforward, and most people understand this. Now, the Act creates, along a different axis, actually three additional characterizations. And I'm going to talk about those right now. So the first one is general purpose AI. And general purpose AI spans all three categories. And if you're wondering why this handwriting is different from my handwriting, it's because my wife wrote it. So thank you very much, dear. So this is general purpose. And now, general purpose AI systems are those that can perform a wide variety of tasks and have a large body of training data. And the EU AI Act also lays out some specific quantitative parameters for how many operations were required to train these models to determine whether or in fact that they are general purpose. And general purpose AI systems can be in any of these categories. So it's important to make that distinction. Within the general purpose category, there is another category called systemic risk. So it's not prohibited, high risk or not high risk, it's systemic risk. So all systemic risk AI systems are general purpose ones. So we create this other category of systemic risk. Systemic risk AI systems are those that could potentially impact public safety or human rights throughout the entire European Union. So it's a narrower category of general purpose AI systems. And then finally, there is a category that the EU AI Act essentially summarizes as deepfakes. And these are realistic depictions of people, places, events, things of that nature. And these systems can be in essentially any category. So deepfakes could potentially span all of these categories. They could be, let me just write this out. So these are deep fake. So a deepfake could be prohibited. It could be not high risk. It could be not high risk, but systemic risk, confusingly enough. It could be deepfake and general purpose and not high risk. It could be deepfake, general purpose, and high risk, or any combination thereof. So really, just to summarize, I'll fill in these bubbles just to make it a little clearer. There are, in fact, two axes to risk when it comes to the European Union's AI Act. Oops. Let me fill this in just for clarity's sake. So it's important to understand that all of these different categorizations have different requirements when it comes to what businesses need to do. And as you might expect, there is a tiered approach in terms of requirements from a security and governance perspective based on the risk posed by a given system. So if you're interested in learning more about what those requirements are and really going deep on the European Union AI Act, we put together a 5-day email course on exactly that topic. And I will put the link in the description so that you can go check it out. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate you checking out this video.